Cruises are supposed to be all about indulgence, endless buffets, midnight snacks, and meals that feel like they'll never stop coming. But here's the truth nobody talks about. Not every food on a cruise ship is safe, fresh, or even a good idea to eat. In fact, some choices can actually ruin your vacation by making you sick, bloated, or stuck in your cabin instead of enjoying the ocean breeze. So today, we're breaking down 5 foods you should absolutely avoid on a cruise, and the surprising reasons why. Some of these are obvious, but others might shock you. Let's dive in. Number 1. Raw seafood and sushi. Nothing screams luxury quite like a sushi platter at sea. But here's the problem. Raw seafood on cruise ships is risky business. Unlike restaurants on land, cruise ships are at sea for days or weeks at a time. That means raw fish has to be stored, frozen, and thawed under less than ideal conditions. Even though cruise kitchens are inspected and follow food safety guidelines, the risk of improper storage, temperature fluctuations, or cross-contamination is higher than you'd think. Foodborne illnesses like salmonella, listeria, or norovirus spread fast on cruise ships. All it takes is one tray of raw tuna left a little too warm, and suddenly half the buffet line is running to the medical bay. Even beyond safety, the freshness factor just isn't the same. Unless you're on a luxury cruise line that sources fish directly from port stops, that sashimi probably isn't as fresh as what you'd get at a reputable sushi bar on land. If you love seafood, stick to cooked options like grilled fish, shrimp, or crab legs. You'll still get that ocean flavor without gambling your vacation away on a bad piece of raw salmon.
If you're curious about what the best way to book your next cruise is, check the link in the description.
Number 2. Buffet salads and garnishes. Cruise ship buffets are famous, but here's a secret. The salad bar can be one of the most dangerous places on board. Why? Raw vegetables and salad garnishes are the perfect breeding ground for bacteria. Think about it. Hundreds, maybe thousands of passengers are passing by the same buffet line every day. People sneeze, cough, or accidentally drop tongs back into the tray. All it takes is one contaminated piece of lettuce to spread illness across the ship. On top of that, salads at sea aren't always washed as thoroughly as you'd expect. Water on board is treated, but sometimes leafy greens are pre-rinsed at the port before being loaded, which can leave behind pesticides or bacteria. And then there's the issue of temperature control. Salads are supposed to be kept chilled, but how often have you seen lettuce wilting under hot lights or fruit sitting out for hours? Warm, moist environments are bacterial heaven. If you want to stay safe, skip the self-serve salads and opt for made-to-order dishes where ingredients are prepared fresh in the kitchen. Or go with fruits that have a peel, like bananas or oranges, which give you a natural barrier against contamination. Number 3. Soft serve ice cream machines. This one might break some hearts, but yes, the free ice cream machines are a problem. Cruise ships love putting those soft serve machines out on the pool deck because they know passengers will use them nonstop. But here's what most people don't realize. Machines like these are notoriously difficult to clean. Inside the machine, leftover dairy can linger in tubes and reservoirs if not properly sanitized every single day. That creates the perfect environment for mold, bacteria, and even E. coli to grow. And since thousands of passengers are serving themselves, the outside of the machine isn't exactly clean either. Think sticky handles, dripping cones, and kids who touch everything. Another hidden danger, stomach issues. Dairy combined with high heat and alcohol, 2 things people consume a lot on cruises, can leave you feeling bloated, uncomfortable, or worse. Imagine being trapped on a ship for days while fighting stomach cramps, all because of a free cone. If you're craving dessert, choose scooped ice cream from the dining room or packaged treats. These are stored and served under safer conditions. Number 4. Rare meats from the buffet. It's tempting to grab a thick slice of roast beef or lamb from the carving station, especially when it's cooked rare. But here's why you should think twice. Undercooked meat on cruise ships is one of the fastest ways to pick up foodborne illness. Unlike a restaurant, where steaks are grilled to order, buffet meats are cooked in bulk and held under warming lamps. That means the meat sitting on the outside might look fully cooked, but the inside may not have reached a safe temperature. And when hundreds of passengers are in line, Carving staff don't always have time to check if every slice is cooked all the way through. Combine that with long holding times, and you've got a recipe for bacteria like E. coli or Campylobacter to survive. Not only are there concerns about the safety of the meats, but they also don't taste very good. Under the lights, they appear to be chewy and lukewarm, but in reality, they are not nearly as satisfying as they appear to be. The more astute course of action? Specify that you would like your portions to be well done, or opt for grilled meats that are made in the main dining area, where each dish is cooked separately and under more careful supervision. Number 5. Tap water and unsealed beverages. This final piece of advice may come as a surprise to you, but it is really important. On a cruise, you should never drink water from the tap or take drinks that have not been sealed. Despite the fact that cruise ships filter and treat their own water when at sea, this does not indicate that the water is risk-free. If they are not rigorously maintained, the plumbing systems of the ship have the potential to become breeding grounds for microorganisms. But even while the water is safe to drink the vast majority of the time, there have been outbreaks of stomach infections that have been connected to compromised supplies on board. The same principle applies to beverages that are not sealed, such as water jugs, pitchers of iced tea, or communal juice machines that are located in the buffet. It is simple for passengers to cross-contaminate these by touching the faucets or by leaving them out for an excessive amount of time. Rather than that, you should stick to unopened bottled water, sodas from cans, or drinks that are served fresh by staff. Yes, it could feel like a waste of time to pass up the free water bottles, but believe me when I say that it is worth it to stay hydrated in a safe manner. When you are on your dream vacation, the last thing you want is to have to deal with diarrhea and dehydration because of a poor glass of water that was provided to you as a complimentary beverage. Here is a list of 5 meals that you should never have when you are on a cruise or while you are traveling. Within the context of this circumstance, having intelligence is more crucial than having paranoia. There are a number of potentially dangerous foods that have the potential to ruin your vacation. Some examples of these items include raw seafood, buffet salads, self-serve ice cream, rare meats, and drinks that have not been sealed. One more thing to consider is that when you are at sea, there are less medical resources available to you. It is recommended that you consume meals that have already been cooked, fresh fruit that has been peeled, beverages that have been sealed, and dishes that are prepared individually for each customer. The trip will be just as pleasurable for you, but you won't have to worry about getting food sickness, stomach aches, or anything else that could be more troublesome with this option. It is important to keep in mind that cruises are designed to be luxurious. Yet, it is equally important to be aware of the things that you should avoid doing in order to make sure that your vacation is not only fun, but also memorable.
Ready to book your next cruise? Please go to the link in the description to find the best deals and start planning your next unforgettable journey.